Well, the real estate market is experiencing a big cool down from the start of 2022.
There are now more homes on the market and prices have been dropping. Mike McElroy is the managing broker at Century 21 affiliated. He is joining us now to talk about the trends that we are seeing as the start of the new year begins. Hello to you. Thank you for coming in.
Good to be back.
Okay, so a lot of buyers are hoping for the spring market, or at least they're waiting for the spring market. What should we expect if you are somebody who's looking to buy, say, in the next 6 months?
So first thing to expect is that the spring market always starts in January, and it really gets going in February. So we say spring in real estate, but actually it's a little chilly out there for those first few rounds of showings. So good news for buyers, it's going to be better. It's not going to be a cakewalk, but it's going to be better than the past couple of years. So what that looks like is there's not going to be as many multiple offers. If there are multiple offers, we might see them selling for closer to list price, not as much over. We're not going to see these astronomical bidding wars like we had over the past couple of years. So that's good news. Additionally, your experience as a buyer should be better, right? You're going to get better terms. It's not like you're going to have an inspection and you're going to find all these things wrong with the place, and the seller's going to say, too bad, you got to buy it anyway. We got 5 backup offers. So things like that should be getting better this year.
Okay.
And what about interest rates? Are people still waiting, saying, oh, you know what, they're much higher than they were a year ago? Or are people getting the message that realtors and others have been putting out there, which is, well, you can lock in an interest rate now, but then you can always redo it?
Yeah, so the increase in interest rates has definitely decreased demand, right? And there's a few other things that have contributed to that as well. But the good news is interest rates peaked back in October over 7%, and they're now down in the mid 6s. They were as low as 6.25, probably going back there when we get that number tomorrow, pretty soon. And the good news is inflation is settling down, and at the same time, this isn't good news, but there's concerns about the economy and recession. All those things make the mortgage bond market more appealing. That puts interest rates a little bit lower. So by the end of the year, we're hoping to be in the 5s somewhere. Could be the high 5s, could be the low 5s. We'll have to see, but it should be a lot better by the end of the year.
Okay, we keep talking about buyers if you're out in the market to buy, but what about sellers? What sorts of things should they be getting ready for as they're looking to sell their home?
Yeah, so good news and bad news for sellers. Good news, right? Your home values increased 20, 30%, maybe more over the past couple of years. So you're sitting on a ton of equity, and that's excellent. Flip side of the market dynamic situation is that sellers' experience isn't going to be quite as great as it was. When you sell your home, you have to get it ready, you have to do a lot of staging, and then you have to live in a museum for and as long as it takes to sell the place. And the past couple of years, as long as it takes to sell the place is 1 weekend, so no problem, that's over. But now it's going to take a little bit longer. We're going to see market times continue to increase a little bit, so that means more cleaning, more shoving the toys in the second bathroom.
Been there, done that.
What do you expect the market time of selling it? 30 days? Is that something that you should be kind of preparing for? A month?
Yeah, that's if you haven't sold in 30 days, you're probably overpriced. And it depends on the area, right? So some places we're seeing market times higher than 30 days already. In other places we're still seeing homes are selling in 15 or 20 days. Chicago didn't go up as much as some other parts of the country. We're not coming back down as hard. So homes are still moving fairly briskly. And I said this before, I always like to remind people that the first 6 months of the year always favor sellers more than the back half of the year. So it's going to be a bit of a seller's market the first part of the year, just less so.
And quickly, everyone was fearful, oh, is this going to be '08 again? Is this going to be '08? How much have home prices come down? It's a pretty small percentage, right?
In Chicago, barely. Negligibly. We're thinking maybe 3-4% by the end of the year.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mike McElroy, for coming in. Come back.
Appreciate it.
All right.